Stop sacrificing your living space for a guest bed that gets used twice a year. These chair-to-bed sleepers can give you a legit place to sit and crash without turning your room into a furniture warehouse. Today, we're counting down the 7 best chairs that turn into beds, and the goal is simple: help you find the one that actually feels good to sit on, doesn't punish your back when you sleep on it, and won't make you regret the purchase after the first week. Number 7. TYBOATLE Sleep Chair Bed. When I first unboxed the TYBOATLE Sleep Chair Bed, I instantly understood the appeal. It's a compact do-a-lot piece built around that 5-in-1 idea, so it can act like a chair, lounger, and bed depending on how you fold it out. In a tight room, the footprint makes sense, and the whole concept is clearly designed for people who need flexibility more than luxury. In chair mode, the standout feature is the adjustable backrest. TYBOATLE markets this as a 5-position adjustable setup, and in daily use, those steps are genuinely helpful for switching between upright scrolling, semi-reclined movie watching, and a flatter lounge. I used it most often in a mid-recline for reading because it's easy to find an angle that doesn't strain your neck. As a quick nap spot, it's fine, especially if you're the type who can sleep anywhere. But for a full overnight, the comfort depends heavily on your tolerance for firm support and for seams where the folds meet. After a couple nights of testing, I definitely noticed pressure points that made me reposition more than I wanted. The other thing is the small chair bed reality. Because it's designed to fold and convert, it doesn't have that deep, plush seat feeling you'd get from a dedicated lounge chair, and the cushioning can feel more functional than cozy. Also, in a busy household, the constant folding and unfolding starts to feel like a chore. This one is better as an occasional transformer than something you convert twice a day. Number 6. ZZW Sleeper Chair. The ZZW is the one I expected to love right away because it's positioned as a more serious sleeper option, including a longer layout and a sturdier sounding build. And to be fair, it's packed with practical ideas. It's designed as a 4-in-1 piece, and the brand specifically pushes the idea that you can use it as a sofa chair, recliner bed, lounge bed, or sofa bed couch. In real use, the backrest adjustability is one of the best parts. ZZW calls out 6 adjustable angles, including 105 degrees, 120 degrees, and 180 degrees, and the chair really does let you dial in a work break recline versus I'm actually going to sleep flat. That range matters, because a lot of sleeper chairs are basically upright or flat with nothing in between. I also appreciated the storage touches. The listing highlights built-in storage plus 2 large side pockets, and those pockets are the kind of thing that becomes your remote and charger home immediately. If this is going in a home office, those pockets are a small feature that feels big every day. Now the critique. The ZZW is comfortable, but it's not sink in and disappear comfortable. And you'll likely still want an extra throw or topper if you're using it for multiple consecutive nights. And because it's a pull-out style design, it needs a bit of clearance and a bit of effort. So, in a super tight space, you may find yourself negotiating with your coffee table more than you'd like. 5. TYBOATLE Convertible Sleeper Chair. This TYBOATLE feels like the more refined sibling to the earlier TYBOATLE pick, mainly because the brand is clearly targeting that small space lifestyle where convenience features matter. Even the way it's positioned, convertible, multi-purpose, leans into daily usability rather than just novelty. In my testing, this category of sleeper chair works best when you treat it like a flexible lounge first and a bed second. And that's exactly how this one fits into a routine. It's the kind of piece you can keep in an office corner for reading and then open up when someone unexpectedly needs to stay the night. The biggest win here is that the adjustability concept is easy to live with. The multiple angle adjustment style is what makes these pieces work, because comfort is all about micro-positioning your back and hips. I found it easiest to leave it in a lounge angle most of the time, then flatten it only when needed. For usage, it's solid for quick guest sleepovers, movie nights where you want to sprawl, and I need a reset afternoon naps. If you add a thin topper and a better pillow, it becomes much more convincing as a guest solution without demanding a full guest room. Overall, it's not trying to be a luxury sleeper sofa. It's trying to be a versatile tool for small spaces, and in that role, it makes sense. Number 4. VanAcc Sofa Bed. VanAcc is more sofa bed, energy than chair bed, and you feel that immediately in the way it's marketed. Multifunction, adjustable backrest, convertible use, the stuff you want when you're trying to make one piece of furniture cover multiple roles. And compared to the smaller chair-style options, it generally reads as a more living room-anchored piece. The adjustable angle system matters a lot here. One VanAcc description highlights a click-clack mechanism adjustable to 3 angles, 105 degrees, 140 degrees, and 180 degrees, which makes it easy to switch between sitting, lounging, and sleeping without overthinking it. In practice, I used that middle angle the most because it feels like a chaise vibe without committing to bed mode. Comfort-wise, VanAcc listings often emphasize thicker cushioning and support, including high-density sponge and fluffy back cushions supporting shoulders, hips, and lower back. That tracks with how it feels when you actually sit down. It's more sofa-like than the compact folding chair beds, especially for longer movie sessions. This type of piece is also great if you host casually, friends hanging out, someone staying late, a quick crash option without dragging out an air mattress. The trade-off is that bigger pieces ask more from your space, so it's best when you can dedicate a real corner to it. If the goal is one purchase that makes the room feel like a real living room, this style tends to deliver better than ultra-compact chair beds. 3. HOMCOM Convertible Chair Bed. The HOMCOM is a strong pick for people who want a clean, simple chair that can quietly become a single bed without drama. It's described as working as a lounge chair, recliner, and single bed, which is exactly how it behaves in day-to-day testing. The star feature is the backrest range. HOMCOM calls out a 6-level adjustable backrest with angles from 100 degrees through 180 degrees, and that adjustability is what lets you tune it for reading, gaming, or winding down. It's one of those pieces where you stop thinking about it and just click it into what feels right. Material-wise, HOMCOM highlights a breathable linen feel fabric designed to resist pilling and wrinkles, and it does feel like it's trying to stay presentable even with regular use. That's important because sleeper chairs often end up in high-traffic rooms where they get sat on constantly. As a bed, the dimensions listed for one model show a long single bed layout, around 74.75 inches long, and that extra length makes it more usable for adults than many chair beds that feel like kid furniture. I also like that it comes with an extra pillow, because these pieces live and die by neck support. If the goal is reliable, no-fuss, small-space guest bed, HOMCOM gets very close without requiring you to buy a full pull-out sofa. Number 2. Fivewillowise Sleeper Chair. The Fivewillowise is the type of sleeper you buy when you love adjustability and you actually plan to use it in multiple modes, not just as a backup bed. It's described as a 4-in-1 sleeper chair concept, which matches the way it can shift between sitting, lounging, and sleeping setups depending on how you arrange it. The big differentiator is the backrest adjustment. Fivewillowise listings call out an 18-level adjustable backrest, and that's a real advantage for comfort because small angle changes can mean the difference between relaxed and why does my lower back hate me? During testing, that fine-grain adjustability made it easier to find a personal sweet spot for long reading sessions. It's also a strong apartment furniture pick because it's made to do more than one job without looking like camping gear. If it's going into a multi-purpose room, office by day, guest room by night, this flexibility pays off quickly. As a sleep surface, the big win is that it feels more customizable than most. You can set it up to be flatter or slightly elevated, which is great for people who prefer sleeping with their head raised a bit. Add your own pillow and a soft throw, and it starts feeling like a deliberate setup instead of a last resort. This is one of the few options in the list that genuinely feels like it was designed around comfort tuning rather than just conversion. 1. BIGSYY Sofa Bed. The BIGSYY Sofa Bed earned the top spot because it's one of the most versatile designs here, and it feels like it was built around real small space living, not just a gimmick. It's specifically described as a 4-in-1 piece that converts into an ottoman, chair, bed, and lounger, which is exactly the kind of flexibility that replaces multiple bulky items. In daily use, the conversion is straightforward. You can keep it as an ottoman-style piece when you want the room to feel open, then flip it into chair mode when you're working or gaming, and finally stretch it into a lounger or bed when you're done. That compact when you're not using it advantage is huge in apartments, dorms, studios, and home offices. Comfort is where BIGSYY surprised me most. The listing emphasizes breathable linen upholstery and thick, high-density foam, and it feels supportive enough to sit for long stretches without feeling like you're perched on a fold-out pad. It's not plush like a deep couch, but it hits a nice balance between structure and softness that works for both sitting and sleeping. Another reason it wins is adjustability and strength. One listing describes 5 locking adjustment positions and a sturdy frame. And that stability matters because a wobbly sleeper chair instantly kills confidence. When something can hold shape at multiple angles without creaking or shifting, you actually use those modes instead of leaving it in one position forever. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.